Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadhati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Pancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shrivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. ग्रंथराज भगवद गीता की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Okay, so let's get started. We'll recite the shlokas from shloka number 39 onwards till the end of the chapter, and then we'll have some discussion. Yeah. Okay. So online, if you all can turn on your videos, that'll be great. Is the door closed? Okay. Still very high. Can you close the door, please? Yeah. So what's the name of the chapter? Chapter 2. The new people. Yeah. That's okay. Sankhya Yoga. The English title? Okay. Can you say? That's chapter 2. Title of chapter 2. Every chapter has a title, right? Yeah. Chapter 2. What's the title of chapter 2? Okay. Manogya? Yeah, that's the Sanskrit name. English? This is the title. Contents of the Gita summarized. Okay? So I see someone else online. Sagar. Hi, Sagar.
Yeah, Namaste Guruji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Joining for the first time?
No, we attended a couple of weeks ago. Okay, I thought I'll join from this week.
Okay, so you joined in person a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We were sitting on the side on the chairs, me and my wife.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I remember.
Right.
On the left side,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's right. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Ankita, Swati, Neha, Shamala, if you can, Sagar. If everybody can turn on your videos, that would be great. Sakshi.
Prabhuji,
No,
I'm not driving, Prabhuji.
Sure.
no, connection is not very strong.
There's a problem, Prabhuji. That's why the voice
Really?
is coming and going. Yeah, that's why I was switching off the video also.
It can't handle the video both ways. So we can see you. You may not be able to hear.
Okay, so let's continue our discussion for a couple of minutes and see how it is. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Because on my end, the internet signal shows full signal strength. śrī-bhagavān uvāca.
श्री-भगवान् उवाच
एषा ते विहिता साङ्ख्ये बुद्धिर्योगे त्विमां शृणु.
ईशा ते विहिता साङ्ख्ये बुद्धिर्योगे त्विमां शृणु.
ध्यायुक्तो यया पार्थ कर्मबन्धं प्रहास्यसि.
विद्यया युक्तो पया पार्थ कर्मबन्धं प्रहास्यसि.
नेहाविक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते.
नेहानित्यं नाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते.
स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्.
स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्.
vyavasāyātmikā buddhir ekeha kuru-nandana.
व्यवसायविधिमा बुद्धे एकेहा कुरु-नन्दना बहुसंख्याय
यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्त्यविपश्चितः.
यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्ति अविपश्चिताः.
वेदवादरता पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः.
वेदवादारता पार्था नान्यदस्तीति वादिनाः.
कामात्मना स्वर्गपरा जन्म कर्म फलप्रदाम्.
कामात्मना स्वर्गपरा जन्म कर्म फलप्रदाम्.
क्रियाविशेषबहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति.
क्रियाविशेषबहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति.
भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तयापाहृतचेतसाम्.
भोगैश्वर्यापशक्तानां तया पार्थचेतसाम्.
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समादौ न विधीयते.
व्यवसायत्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते.
त्रैगुण्यविषया वेदा निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुन.
त्रैगुण्या विषया वेदा निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुन.
निर्द्वन्द्वो नित्यसत्त्वस्थो निर्योगक्षेम आत्मवान्.
निर्द्वन्द्वो नित्यसत्त्वस्थो निर्योगक्षेम आत्मवान्.
यावानर्थ उदपाने सर्वथा सम्प्लुतोदके.
यावानर्थसुधापाने सर्वथा सम्प्लुतोदके.
तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्राह्मणस्याभिजानतः.
तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्राह्मणस्याभिजानतः.
कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन. मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूर्मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि. योगस्था कुरु कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा धनञ्जय. सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्यो समो भूत्वा समत्वं योग उच्यते
सिद्ध्य सिद्ध्यो ब्रह्मभूत्वा समत्वं योग उच्यते
दूरेण ह्यवरं कर्म बुद्धियोगात् धनञ्जय
दूरेण हावरं कर्म बुद्धियोगात् धनञ्जय
बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्छ कृपणा फलहेतवः
बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्छ कृपणा फलहेतवा
बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह उभे सुकृतदुष्कृते
उभे सुकृतदुष्कृते
तस्माद्योगाय युज्यस्व योगकर्मसु कौशलम्
तस्माद् योगाय युज्यस्व योगा कर्मसु कौशलम्
कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः
कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः
जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ताः पदं गच्छन्त्यनामयम्
जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ताः पदं गच्छन्त्यनाम्यम्
यदा ते मोहकलिलं बुद्धिर्व्यतितरिष्यति
यदा ते मोहकलिलं
तदा
बुद्धिर्व्यतितरिष्यति
गन्तासि निर्वेदं श्रोतव्यस्य श्रुतस्य च
तदा गन्तासि निर्वेदं श्रोतत्वस्य सुरस्य च
श्रुतिविप्रतिपन्ना ते यदा स्थास्यति निश्चला
श्रुतिविप्रतिपन्ना ते यदा स्थायति निश्चला
समाधौ अचला बुद्धिस्तथा योगम् अवाप्स्यसि
समाधावचला बुद्धिस्तदा योगम् अवाप्स्यसि
अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन उवाच
स्थितप्रज्ञस्य का भाषा समाधिस्तस्य केशव
स्थितप्रज्ञस्य का भाषा समाधिस्तस्य केशव
स्थितधी किं प्रभाषेत किमासीता व्रजेत किम् श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
न जहाति यदा कामान् सर्वान् पार्थमनोगतान्
जहाति यदा कामान् सर्वान् पार्थमनोगतान्
मन्येवात्मना तुष्टः स्थितप्रज्ञस्तदोच्यते
आत्मनेवात्मना तुष्टः स्थितप्रज्ञः तदोच्यते
सुखेष्वनुद्विग्नमनाः सुखेषु विगतस्पृहः
सुखेषु अनुद्विग्नमनः सुखेषु विगतस्पृशः
रागभयक्रोधः स्थितधीर्मुनिरुच्यते
वितरागभयक्रोधः स्थितधीर्मुनिरुच्यते
यः सर्वत्रानभिस्नेहस्तत्तत्प्राप्याशुभाशुभम् नाभिनन्दति न द्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता
नाभिनन्दति न द्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता
यदा संहरते चायं कूर्मोऽङ्गानीव सर्वशः
यदा संहरते चायं कूर्मो नानीव सर्वशः
इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेभ्यस्तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता
इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेभ्यस्तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता
विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनः
विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनां
रसवर्जं रसोऽप्यस्य परं दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते
रसवर्जं रसोपस्य परं दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते
यततो ह्यपि कौन्तेय पुरुषस्य विपश्चितः
ततोऽपि कौन्तेय पुरुषस्य विपश्चिता
इन्द्रियाणि प्रमादीनि हरन्ति प्रसवं मनः
इन्द्रियाणि परान्तीनि हरन्ति प्रसवं मनः
तानि सर्वाणि संयम्य युक्त आसीत मत्परः
तानि सर्वाणि संयम्य युक्त आसीत् मत्परः
वशे हि यस्येन्द्रियाणि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता
वसे हि यस्य इन्द्रियाणि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता
ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषूपजायते
ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषु प्रजायते
सञ्जायते कामः कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते
Sangha sanjayati kamat, kamat krodho vijayati.
क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः
Krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammohat vivismah.
स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति
Smriti-भ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति.
रागद्वेषविमुक्तैस्तु विषयानिन्द्रियैश्चरन्
रागद्वेषाविमुक्तस्तु विषयान् इन्द्रियैश्चरन्
आत्मवश्यैर्विधेयात्मा प्रसादम् अधिगच्छति
आत्मवस्य विधेयात्मा प्रसादम् अधिगच्छति.
प्रसादे सर्वदुःखानां हानिरस्योपजायते
प्रसादे सर्वदुःखानां हानिरस्य जायते.
प्रसन्नचेतसो ह्यासु बुद्धिपर्यवतिष्ठते
प्रसन्नाचेतसो बुद्धासु बुद्धिदा पर्यन्तिष्ठते.
नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना
नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य नाच्युतस्य
न
भावना.
चाभावयता शान्तिरशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्
न चाभ्याम्
इन्द्रियाणां हि चरतां यन्मनोनुविधीयते
इन्द्रियामं हि चरतां यन्मनो नु विधीयते.
तदस्याहरति प्रज्ञां वायुर्नावम् इवाम्बसि
तदस्याहरति प्रज्ञां वायुर्नाभमिवाम्भसि.
तस्माद्यस्य महाबाहो निगृहीतानि सर्वशः
प्रसादस्य महाभावो रहितानि सर्वशः.
इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेभ्यस्तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता
इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेभ्यस्तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता.
या निशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागर्ति संयमी
या निशा सर्वभूतानां तस्य जागृति संयमी.
यस्यां जागृतिभूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुनेः
यस्यां जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो.
आपूर्यमाणम् अचलप्रतिष्ठं समुद्रमापा प्रविशन्ति यद्वत्
आपूर्यमानम् अचला प्रतिष्ठं समुद्रमापा प्रविशन्ति यत्.
तद्वत् कामायं प्रविशन्ति सर्वे स शान्तिमाप्नोति न कामकामी
तद्वत् कामायं प्रविशन्ति सर्वे शान्तिमाप्नोति न कामकामी.
विहाय कामान् यः सर्वान् पुमांश्चरति निःस्पृहः
विहाय कामयः सर्वान् पुंसा चरति निष्प्रहा.
निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः स शान्तिम् अधिगच्छति
निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः शान्तिम् अधिगच्छति.
एषा ब्राह्मी स्थितिः पार्थ नैनां प्राप्य विमुह्यति
एषा ब्राह्मी स्थितिः पार्थ नैनं प्राप्य विमुह्यति.
वास्यम् अन्तकालेऽपि ब्रह्मनिर्वाणमृच्छति
सदावायमन्तकालेऽपि ब्रह्मनिर्वाणं रक्षति.
ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे साङ्ख्ययोगो नाम द्वितीयोऽध्यायः
What was he doing? Huh?
Okay, good. Thank you. That was a good job. Thank you, Hare Krishna. So last week we discussed 40 and 41 also, I guess, right? We discussed 40, 41. Maybe 42 also. Yeah, 42 also. 42, 43 also we discussed. So what's the theme of these shlokas? Does anyone remember any discussion from last week? Yeah. No, especially these shlokas. 41, 42, 43. Yeah.
The next time, 2%, not from 0.
Yeah. Yes. So that was 40. I think we started with 40, 41, 42, 43. Those 4 shlokas we discussed. So shloka number 40 is exactly what you said. Neha vikrama nashosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bayat. Krishna says, even a little advancement on this path of bhakti yoga is not lost. There's no loss or diminution on this path. Even a little advancement, even a little progress can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear, that is death. Okay, that is in shloka number 40. By the way, the most dangerous type of fear we discussed as death. But there is something even more dangerous than that. What is that? Fear of losing what? Yeah, that's why the reason why there is a fear of death is we will lose everything. All our attachments are snatched away in a fraction of a second. That's why there's a great amount of pain. The pain that is experienced at the time of death is compared to the pain of 14,000 scorpions biting together at the same time. Now imagine, just one scorpion biting itself is so painful. We'll be jumping, dancing up and down. But 14,000 scorpions biting at the same time. Because all our attachments will be taken away. Our relations, family, wealth, name, fame, any pending projects at Microsoft, Amazon, everything is snatched away in a fraction of a second. That's why there is a great amount of pain. But there is more dangerous than this. There is something even more dangerous than this. What is that? Okay, at the time of death, everything is snatched away. And who is seeing after death? Who is seeing, right? So, but there is something more dangerous than that. That is... What is that? Money. Worry. Chinta. Is that chinta? Worry. Yeah, there is a worry that everything will be taken away. Who will take care of my family? Who will take care of my business? Who will take care of my wealth? Who will finish my project at Microsoft? So all these worries will be there. But with death, everything is gone. Your worries are gone, your wealth is gone, your relations are gone, everything is gone. But even more dangerous than that is the fear of taking birth in the lower species of life in the next life. See, we must have done some punya karma in the previous lifetimes. That's why we are able to do some bhakti in this lifetime. But what about those people who are not able to, do bhakti at all? Complete materialistic people, karmis, hardcore materialistic people. Probably they have never chanted the holy name even once in their lifetime, right? There are many people. Most of the Western people are like that, and even in India also, many people are like that. So, what will be their destination in the next life? That is more dangerous than mere death. So, if they have to take birth in the lowest species of life, like amoeba, from there they have to continue taking births through 8.4 million species of life. There are 8.4 million species of life, and some species like turtle or tortoise, they live longer. Tortoise, I believe, lives for 400 years or something. Elephant also lives longer. So if you calculate, even roughly, if you estimate the total lifespan of all these 8.4 million species of life, That's mind-boggling. That number will be mind-boggling. And that jiva has to suffer through all these different species of life. So that is more dangerous than the danger of fear, the danger of death. Okay, very good. That is in 40. Now 41, vyavasāyātmikā buddhir. Okay, let me share for online people. So shloka number 41. Now after telling about in shloka number 40, after Krishna telling about how the progress in, even little progress in bhakti yoga can save us from the most dangerous type of fear. That means human life is guaranteed, at least in the next life, human life is guaranteed. And if you do bhakti more sincerely in this lifetime, that human birth in the next life also will be very favorable to do bhakti. Okay, so from very childhood itself, you will be able to continue your journey of bhakti. Now after telling that, Krishna in shloka number 41, 42, 43, he talks about how to perform that bhakti with single pointed attention. With single pointed attention. Vyavasāyātmikā buddhi. Vyavasāyātmikā buddhi means one pointed attention. Ekagrata. Attention. One pointed attention. vyavasāyātmikā buddhir ekeha kuru-nandana bahu-śākhā anantāś buddhayo vyavasāyinām. So for those who are resolute on this purpose, their goal is one. Whereas for those who are irresolute, who are not determined, their goals are multi-branched. Their goals are multi-branched. So the mind is always, hankering for sense enjoyment. Okay, the five senses, they're always hankering after different sense enjoyment. But Krishna is teaching here, such a mind which is uncontrolled, undisciplined, is never at peace. And without peace, you cannot be happy. That's our goal, right? That's the goal of the jiva, to be happy. Whatever we do, the motivation is to be happy. Now, if you are not peaceful, you cannot be happy. And to be peaceful, you have to focus your mind. You have to fix your mind on something. What is that something that you have to fix your mind upon? That is bhakti. There are different processes in bhakti. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Padasevanam, Vandanam, Sakyam, Dasyam, Atmanivedanam. 9 processes. Okay, there are Navavidha Bhakti, 9 devotional processes, starting with Shravanam. Shravanam is hearing. Okay, you hear some pravachan, some discourse. Kirtanam, you sing some kirtans, you chant some mantra. So that is kirtana. Or you sing some bhajans, Annamacharya kirtans, Purandar Das kirtans. So whatever you like. Tulsi Das kirtans, whatever you are interested in. Shravanam Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, remembering the Lord. Whatever you do, during the day of your life, whatever you do, always remember God. Always remember God. Everybody can do that. If not Shravanam and Kirtanam, when you are sitting at office, you will not be able to sing a Kirtan. But you can very well think about God in your mind. We are all doing it, right? We are all thinking about so many other things. While you are working, you are thinking about something else. While you are cooking, you are thinking about something else. When that is possible, why not thinking about God is not possible? Definitely possible. It just requires some cultivation of habit, some conscious effort, and a gentle reminder to yourself that you have to remember God. Otherwise, it's very simple. It's a very simple task. What is lacking is we just need some reminder. Either you can put some reminder in your phone, or you put some yellow post-it slip on your desk, whatever helps you, you do it. Get reminded until you are habituated to start remembering God automatically. Okay? So that is Vishnu Smarana. And then there are other things, Archanam, deity worship, Atmanivedanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Vandanam, and so on. We'll discuss when that topic comes, we'll discuss in great detail. But that is a process of fixing our mind on God. Okay? Ekeha kuru-nandana. Kuru-nandana means Krishna is referring to Arjuna. Krishna calls Arjuna with different names in different contexts. He is reminding by calling kuru-nandana. Kuru-nandana means Nandana means the son. When we say Nanda-nandana, what is Nanda-nandana? Son of Nanda Maharaj. That is Krishna. Devaki Nandana, son of Devaki. That is also Krishna. Kuru-nandana. What is Kuru-nandana? No, not son of Kuru dynasty. Son of Kuru. Yeah, son of Kuru Maharaj. Okay. So, ekeha kuru-nandana. Ekeha means one-pointed, one goal. Keep one goal and do whatever you do, the goal should be one. Whether you are cooking, working, or your teacher, or whatever it is, your profession, you're a fighter like Arjuna, whatever it is, your goal should be one. Ekeha. Ekeha kuru-nandana. Adi Shankaracharya in Gita Mahatmya in Padma Purana, while glorifying Bhagavad Gita, he tells a shloka. Ekam shastram devaki putra geetam, eko deva devaki putra eva, eko mantras tasya namani yani, karmapyekam tasya devasya seva. There are 4 lines. First line is Ekam shastram devaki putra geetam. Let there be one scripture called the song of Devaki Putra, the song of Krishna. That is Bhagavad Gita. Let there be one scripture, Bhagavad Gita. Because we are talking about ekeha kuru-nandana, that one-pointed thing, one goal. So Adi Shankaracharya also is establishing one-pointed goals in several aspects. When it comes to scriptures, let there be one goal, let there be one scripture, that is Bhagavad Gita. Ekam shastram devaki putra geetam. Eko deva devaki putra eva. Eko deva. That means let there be one God. And who is that one God? Devaki putra. First one also Devaki putra, second line also Devaki putra. So in Sanskrit, if the same word is repeated, you know very well, right? If the same word is repeated in the same shloka, it's called redundancy. And that's not appreciated. People think that the author doesn't have proper knowledge of Sanskrit. Due to lack of words, he repeated the same word. But here, Devaki Putra in the first line and Devaki Putra in the second line, they mean 2 different things. I mean, they mean one Krishna only, but in a different way. In one line, it refers to Vasudeva Devaki Putra. In another line, Devaki means Yashoda. Yashodamma has another name as Devaki. Yashoda has multiple names. One of the names is Devaki. So the second line refers to Yashoda Devaki. Okay. So Eko Deva Devaki Putra Eva. Let there be one God, Supreme Personality of God, that is Krishna Bhagavan. And third line is Eko mantras tasya namani yani. Let there be one mantra in the entire universe, not just in one sampradaya, one religion, one category of people, one sect of people. No. Universally, let there be one mantra. In the entire world, in the entire creation actually, not just one universe, but in the entire creation, let there be one mantra. What is that one mantra? Krishna Nama. Eko mantras tasya namani yani. And the last one, karma pyekam tasya devasya seva. Let there be one karma. That is one action, one type of work. What is that one type of work? Krishna seva. Okay? That's why whatever you do, your goal should be one pointed. That should be, the work should be done as a service to God. Whether you are a homemaker at home cooking something, or you are working in the office, whatever is your occupational duty, that work should be performed as a service to God. Oftentimes you hear this word, right? Work is worship, right? No, that's not correct. Work is not worship. You cannot worship this laptop or you cannot worship Microsoft Office building. The correct sentence is work as worship. Treat work as worship. Not work is worship. Work as worship. So whatever you do, do that as a service to God. So that's the essence of this shloka. Shloka number 41. Vyavasāyātmikā buddhi. Vyavasāyātmikā means, the word vyavasāya means agriculture, cultivation. In a agriculture field, in a farm field, if you don't do cultivation, what happens? Let's say you have a farm field, a field of rice farm. Okay, they are growing rice. And if you don't do proper cultivation, what happens?
We will get a weeds.
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 Huh? Weeds? Different plants, weeds. You will have everything else except rice. Right? So that is what happens if we don't cultivate our mind. Remember last week we discussed that shloka from chapter 6 where Krishna said, Uddared atmanatmanam atmanam avasādayet atmaiva bandhuratmanaha atmaiva ripuratmanaha. That means uplift yourself with the help of your mind. Uddared atmanatmanam. The word atma refers to mind. Uddared atmanatmanam. Uplift yourself with the help of your mind. Discipline your mind. Control your mind. A controlled mind is your best friend. Uncontrolled mind is your worst enemy. Krishna tells in 6th chapter. So when we come to that topic, we'll discuss art of mind control. So that's the meaning of this word, vyavasāyātmikā. We have to cultivate our mind. We have to cultivate good habits. We have to cultivate good habits, good qualities, devotional qualities. Nadveshti, nirapeksham, munim, shantam, nirvairam, samadarshinam. These are all some examples of devotional qualities. Amanitvam, adambitvam, ahimsa, shantir, arjavam, acharyopasanam, stairyam, atmavinigraham. These are all some examples of devotional qualities. We have to cultivate these qualities. So how do you cultivate these qualities? How? By performing bhakti. Yeah, very good. When you perform bhakti, these qualities will manifest automatically. Also, when you associate with those people who have these qualities, then you will get those qualities. Now, in this context, I want to talk about appreciation a little bit for a minute. What happens when you appreciate somebody? They feel happy. Okay. What else? What else happens? Validation. Can you elaborate?
So if someone
Okay, maybe you mean to refer to encouragement, right? Huh? Encouragement. They feel encouraged when you appreciate. Yeah, it's validated by recognized and encouraged. Yeah, that person feels recognized, encouraged. He feels motivated to do more and more. Okay, what else?
One question, Prabhuji. So,
I think I muted the.
Hare
Okay,
Krishna,
online.
Prabhuji.
Yes, now I can hear you. I muted you. Everybody.
I have a question here, Prabhuji. So, if you praise, if you give compliment, if the person is doing for that purpose, is that considered as bhakti, Prabhuji? Bhakti, or the intention is like pure what they are doing?
No, they are not expecting appreciation from you, but you are appreciating. The person is not expecting appreciation, but you are. Because you are a good person, you are appreciating. And when you appreciate, a few things will happen. One is that person will feel happy. Okay. And if he is a sthita prajna, it doesn't matter to him. Whether you appreciate him or insult him, it doesn't matter to him. But he is in the beginning stage of bhakti, they need some appreciation, they need some encouragement. Okay. But in the advanced stages, they don't need appreciation and all these things. So what else happens when you appreciate? So is that clear, Shamala?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
They're more likely to do it again. They're more likely to do it again.
Yeah, they feel motivated to do more and more. Yes. They feel encouraged. They feel motivated. Yeah. What else?
They will gain the good qualities which the other person. Good qualities in that person you can gain.
That's a beautiful point. Yeah. But before that, another thing happens. You will also feel happy. When you appreciate others, you feel happy. We don't know whether the other person is feeling happy or not. But most importantly, you will feel happy. It produces some happiness chemicals. It produces dopamine. So you feel happy. So for your own sake, you appreciate others. Okay, whether they are appreciating you or not, forget about that. That's their problem. So cultivate this habit of appreciation. This is lacking big time in the society. Even in the so-called good association, good congregations, even in the so-called devotee associations, congregations, this is lacking big time. So appreciation, we have to cultivate this habit. The reason why I mentioned is vyavasāyātmikā buddhi, cultivation, right? We have to cultivate these good qualities. So you feel happy. For your own happiness, you appreciate others. Because we see good in everybody, but our own ego does not let us appreciate others. Because we feel a sense of inferiority complex. When we are appreciating others, we feel some inferiority complex. So just keep all that aside and go ahead and appreciate for your own happiness. That is one. And then the most importantly, as you said, when you appreciate somebody, you will gain some of those qualities. You will gain some of those qualities. So for your own benefit, two-way benefit, you will immediately feel happiness. The dopamine is released instantly when you appreciate somebody. Dopamine is released instantly. Because dopamine is always instant, right? What is this? Dopamine factory. Yeah? So like that, any activity that produces dopamine is instant. So like that, appreciation is also dopamine producing activity. So do it. More than this, appreciate. Use some words and talk to people. And don't make a reel, okay? When you are appreciating others, don't make a reel. So, yeah, so cultivate this habit of appreciation. Next, 42, 43, what did we discuss there? So here, (42, 43) Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadantyavipashchitaha vedavadaradha partha nanyadastiti vadinaha kamatmana swargapara janma karma falapradam kriya vishesha bahulam bhogaishwarya gatim pratihi. So here Krishna says, men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas. In Vedas, there are different procedures prescribed to get material benefits. Now this is complete contrast to the previous shloka. Previous shloka is one-pointed attention. Focusing your mind on bhakti, on Krishna. Focusing your mind on Krishna mantra, Krishna Gita, Krishna mantra, Krishna seva, and Krishna puja. 4 things in that shloka mentioned by Adi Shankaracharya. What are the 4 things? Let's all repeat. Krishna Gita, Krishna puja, Krishna mantra,
Krishna mantra,
seva.
Krishna seva.
4 things. Okay? Fix your mind on these 4 things. That is in 41. 42 and 43 is a complete contrast. Krishna is talking about those people whose mind is not fixed, who are not resolute on their path, who are not resolute on in their purpose. They don't have a single goal in life. There is no eko deva devaki putra eva. There is no eko shastra devaki putra gitam. They read multiple scriptures and they speculate their own. They speculate and come up with their own knowledge. They do a lot of research on internet. These days, anything people that you ask people, they search on Google. I mean, searching for other things is fine. AI is able to nicely summarize, that is all fine. But even for Shastra related information also, if you ask AI, most of the times it is okay, but you have to validate it. You have to validate whether it is correct or not. So how can you validate if you yourself are not educated in that? So you will end up believing whatever AI shows the summary there. That's why it is best to avoid searching on AI it is best to avoid searching on AI for scriptural related information. You go to the specific text, specific book, specific scripture, and then search there. You read the pages, or if it is available online, for example, vedabase.io. You have entire Bhagavad Gita here, Srimad Bhagavatam is there, Ramayana is there, all the scriptures are here. You go and search here. So Krishna is talking about those people who are not resolute in their purpose. What do? Is they read different parts of Vedas that prescribe some rituals to get material benefits. Okay, it was so interesting last week while talking about this particular section, this particular shloka, and when I said there are different rituals in Vedas that prescribe different procedures to get material benefits, and I quoted this shloka: Putrarthi labate putram, dhanarthi labate dhanam, vidyarthi labate vidyam, moksharthi labate moksham. And then after a couple of minutes, we ended the call. And then I went to that temple hall, and the pujari was reciting the same mantra. He was doing some puja to somebody, I think. He recited the same mantra. So people who are aspiring for material benefits for themselves, they read different sections of Vedas, and the language in the Vedas is so attractive. Especially Samaveda, they are in the form of songs. It's very pleasant, very melodious. So you are attracted to such flowery language, flowery words of the Vedas. And you want to do those rituals to get material benefits. But what happens is you're always doing different pujas, contacting different people to do different pujas to get different benefits, and it's not possible. It's not possible with our limited time to do all these things. So you will not be peaceful, and without peace, there's no happiness. Okay, that's why it is best to focus on one single thing. One scripture, Gita. Gita has everything. 700 shlokas. You will find solutions to all problems in life, and you will find peace, happiness. Everything is there in this. Couple of weeks ago, I teach another class on Saturday evening also here. So after the class, one parent and his son, 22 years old son, they were sitting in the class, and then after the class, they wanted to talk to me. The boy, 22 years old, he's working in Austin. He just finished his undergrad and he's working in Austin. So he told me that he had a love breakup, love failure, and he said, is there any solution in Bhagavad Gita? So that was the first time in the last 10 years somebody coming and asking about a solution for love failure. How to handle that situation, right? Now I definitely congratulated that boy and also the parent for bringing the son here to find solutions in Bhagavad Gita. First of all, the father was convinced that Bhagavad Gita has solution to this type of problem also. And then son has also agreed to come and listen what Bhagavad Gita has to say. So I congratulated both of them, and then I gave I shared some wisdom. The boy is convinced, and he's attending the classes every week. So like that, Bhagavad Gita has solution to every problem of our life. So we just have to focus our mind on one thing, one scripture. Okay, next, 44. Bhogaishvarya prasaktanam taya pahrita chetasam vyavasāyātmikā buddhi samadho na vidīyate.
vyavasāyātmikā buddhir samadho na vidyate.
Bhoga, to material enjoyment, Aishwarya, opulence, prasaktanam, for those who are attached, taya, by such things, apahrita chetasam, bewildered in mind, vyavasāyātmikā, fixed in determination, buddhi, devotional service to the Lord. Buddhi also means intelligence, but in this context, it is translated as devotional service to the Lord, bhakti. Samadho, in the controlled mind, na, never, vidyate, does take place. No, vidiyate. Samadho na vidiyate. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme does not take place. Purport. Samadhi means fixed mind. The Vedic dictionary, the Nirukti says, Samyak adhiyate smin atma tattva yatatmyam. When the mind is fixed for understanding the self, it is said to be in Samadhi. Samadhi is never possible for persons interested in material sense enjoyment and bewildered by such temporary things. They are more or less condemned by the process of material energy. So Krishna is explaining who can fix their mind and who cannot fix their mind. Person who can fix their mind is that person who is practicing bhakti. And person who cannot fix their mind is those who are too attached to sense enjoyment. Those who are too attached to sense enjoyment, they cannot fix their mind. Bhoga and Vaishvarya, they're always hankering for bhoga and aishwarya. Aishwarya is opulence. There are different types of opulence. You want name and fame in the society, you want wealth, you want beauty. Okay? And then opulence is bhoga, and you want wealth, all those things. And bhoga is enjoyment. Simply having all these opulence is not enough, right? You should be in a condition to enjoy those. So bhoga and aishwarya. Okay? So those who are always attached to this sense enjoyment, bhoga and aishwarya, they cannot fix their mind. Because their mind is all over the place. One day they are thinking about vacation, the other day they are thinking about stocks, other day they are thinking about something else. Constantly thinking about so many things. But only a person whose mind is fixed on bhakti, he'll be happy. And it doesn't come in one single day, right? Okay? So don't feel guilty if that is not happening in one day or 1 week or 1 year. It's a gradual process. It takes few lifetimes. Krishna consciousness or this bhakti is an experience of multiple lifetimes. It doesn't come in one lifetime. Because we have a large baggage of unwanted things that are accumulated from so many millions of lifetimes in the past. So we have to clear all those anarthas, all that unwanted baggage. We have to get rid of that unwanted baggage. Then we'll be able to fix our mind. So it comes. But it is possible. It is possible for everybody. The more you are sincere, the more quicker it will be. Okay? And by the way, something just struck me. We were talking about that 2.40 shloka, right? That we discussed last week, and Chandrakala, you summarized that, right? That there is no loss on this path of bhakti. When you are practicing bhakti, there is no loss. That means whatever progress you make in this lifetime, if you achieve 10% progress in this lifetime, in the next life you will start from 11%. You don't start from 0. So in that regard, there is a best example. There is a proof. Now Krishna is telling this in Bhagavad Gita, but what is the proof? Unless we see a proof, we don't believe, right? We'll not be motivated to do bhakti. So what's the proof? So did everyone understand my question? Okay. The proof for 2.40 shloka. Neha vikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even a little endeavor on this path of bhakti can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear, that is death. So what is the proof for that? A very famous story that you all know. Anybody online? Karma? No. I'm talking about... Yes, very good. Big round of applause to her. Yeah, Gajendra. So, Gajendra is not even a human being, an elephant. Gajendra is an elephant who was caught by a crocodile in that lake. And Gajendra fought for 1,000 years. For 1,000 years, Gajendra's leg was in the mouth of the crocodile. Now the elephant is very powerful on the ground. But in the water, the elephant is helpless. But the crocodile has a home ground advantage. Crocodile is in the water. Crocodile has the home ground advantage. So crocodile is more powerful there. In fact, elephant is more mightier than crocodile. But because of home ground advantage, Crocodile is very powerful there. 1,000 years, elephant was trying to save himself, but he could not. And finally, he remembered some shlokas that he memorized in the previous lifetime as an Indradyumna Maharaj. In the previous lifetime, he was a devotee of the Lord. And he memorized some shlokas. So after fighting for 1,000 years, finally he remembered some shlokas from past life. And as soon as he recited those, Vishnu immediately came and helped him. He killed the crocodile and then saved Gajendra. So like that, there are many proofs, many case studies in Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita is an instruction manual. Krishna gives instructions at a high level, what to do, what not to do, the do's and don'ts. But what happens when you do things that are not supposed to be done? Or what happens, what is the benefit of doing those things that are being asked to do? Those things you will find in Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam, there are 18,000 shlokas. So it's full of case studies. It's full of case studies of different stories of different devotees. Okay, how they worshipped Krishna, how Krishna reciprocated to them, all those things. It's all about bhakti. Okay. Now coming back to this shloka, right? 45. Yeah. So we'll discuss this shloka and then stop for today. 2.45. Traigunya vishaya veda nistraigunya bhavarjuna.
Traigunya vishaya veda nistraigunya bhavarjuna.
Nirdvandvo nitya sattvasto niryogakshema atmavan. Traigunya, pertaining to the three modes of material nature. Vishaya, on the subject matter. Veda, Vedic literature. Nistraigunya, transcendental to the three modes of material nature. Bhava, be. Arjuna, O Arjuna, Nirdvandva, without duality. Nitya Sattvastaha, in a pure state of spiritual existence. Niryogakshema, free from ideas of gain and protection. Atmavan, established in the self. Translation and purport. Vishwesh, you want to read?
The Vedas deal mainly with subject of the three modes of material nature. O Arjuna, become transcendental to this three modes, be free from all dualities and from all anxieties for gain and safety, and be established in the self.
Yeah.
But all material activities involve action and reaction in the three modes of material nature.
Keep the mic closer to your.
They are meant for fruitive results which cause bondage in the material world. The Vedas deal mostly with fruitive activities to gradually elevate the general public from the field of sense gratification to a position on the transcendental plane. Arjuna, as a student and friend of Lord Krishna, is advised to raise himself to the transcendental position of Vedanta philosophy, where in the beginning there is Brahma Jinasa, or question on the supreme transcendence. All the living entities who are in the material world are struggling very hard for existence. For them, the Lord, after creation of material world, gave the Vedic wisdom advising how to live and get rid of material entanglement. When the activities for the sense gratification, namely Karma Kanda chapter, are finished, then the chance for spiritual realization is offered in the form of Upanishads, which are part of different Vedas, and Bhagavad Gita is a part of the fifth Veda, namely Mahabharata. The Upanishads mark the beginning of transcendental life. as long as the material body exists, there are actions and reactions in the material modes. One has to learn tolerance in the face of dualities such as happiness and distress, or cold and warmth, and by tolerating such dualities become free from anxieties regarding gain and loss. This transcendental position is achieved in full Krishna consciousness when one is fully dependent on goodwill of Krishna.
Goodwill of Krishna. Yeah. Okay, thank you. So here, Krishna is asking Arjuna to overcome the attractions to the Vedas. In the previous shlokas, Krishna said how people who are attached to sense enjoyment, bhoga and aishwarya, they are attracted to the flowery words of the Vedas. In this shloka, Krishna is asking Arjuna to transcend beyond those flowery words of the Vedas, to overcome the attraction to the flowery words of the Vedas. So there is something called as guna. Guna means the material mode, material nature, prakriti. Okay, guna means prakriti or material nature, material mode. There are three types of gunas. Guna also means quality, but another synonym for the nirukti guna is, according to Sanskrit nirukti, the word guna also has the meaning as prakriti, nature, or the mode. There are three modes: mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. Sattva guna, rajo guna, tamo guna. Sattva, rajas, tamas. Whatever we do in our day-to-day life, everything is influenced by the three modes of material nature. Anything that we do, it's influenced by three modes of material nature. The way you cook food in the kitchen, you are influenced by the three modes of material nature. If you are influenced by mode of goodness, the food that you make will be sattvic food, sattvika ahara. If you are influenced by mode of passion, the food that you cook or the food you want to eat will be of rajasic. So like that, everything that we do is influenced by these three modes of material nature. So Krishna is saying, Traigunya Vishaya Veda. The Vedas that are dealing with these three modes of material nature, all the rituals mentioned in the Vedas to get material benefits, they're all related to the three modes of material nature. So Krishna is asking Arjuna to go beyond that. That means there are dharmartha, kama, moksha. There are chaturvida purusharthas, the four purposes of human life. Purushartha means not only for men, okay, for everybody, for all living entities. There are four purposes in life: dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Religion, to follow religion, and to kama means to enjoy things, artha, wealth, moksha, liberation. These are the four things. These are four purposes of human life. These are four purposes to live happily in the material world. But our goal is not to stay in the material world. Our goal is to get out of this material world. That's why we have to go beyond these four purusharthas: dharmartha, kama, moksha. Even moksha is not so good. Moksha is liberation. Moksha is also not so good. Because in moksha, the so-called liberation or moksha, you will attain Brahman platform, which is an effulgence or light coming from Krishna. There is no ananda there. You will have some sense of eternality, but you will stay there for some time and then you will fall down again. Okay? So that's why Krishna is asking here, Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna. So don't be attached to these three modes of material nature as prescribed in the Vedas. Go beyond. Transcend means go beyond. Go beyond these three modes. So beyond these three modes, that is called Shuddha Sattva. There is Sattva Guna, which is also part of the three modes. But beyond Sattva Guna is Shuddha Sattva or Vishuddha Sattva. Both are same. So we have to cultivate that Vishuddha Sattva. How can we cultivate Vishuddha Sattva? If you read those scriptures that are in Vishuddha Sattva, then we will get Vishuddha Sattva. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, they are in the Vishuddha Sattva. But if you read, for example, let's say some Devi Purana, there are some Puranas which are in the mode of passion. There are some Puranas which are in the mode of ignorance, Tamasic Purana. Okay? Sattvika Purana, Rajasic Purana, Tamasika Purana, different types of Puranas are there. Different Puranas for different types of people. Because some people, they are Sattvic, some people are Rajasic, some people are Tamasic. For different people, different types of Puranas are there. But the Srimad Bhagavatam is known as Amala Purana, which is not contaminated at all, which is not contaminated by these three modes. Srimad Bhagavatam does not talk about material benefits at all. It only talks about higher goal. How to attain God, how to develop love for God, how to do bhakti. Only these things. So if you read those scriptures, then you will develop Vishuddha Sattva. Shuddha Sattva or Vishuddha Sattva. So Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvasto Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. The Vedas mainly deal with the subject of three modes of material nature. Become transcendental to these three modes. Be free from all dualities and from all anxieties for gain and safety, and be established in the self. Now here is an interesting thing, right? In the previous section, in the shlokas from 2.31 to 39, those 7-8 shlokas, Krishna encouraged Arjuna based on Karma Yoga principles. That means Krishna told Arjuna in one shloka that whether you win or lose in the battle, still it is a gain for you. If you lose the battle, if you are killed, you will attain heavenly planets. Now, heavenly planets is a material benefit, because in heavenly planets, there are all kinds of comforts. The life is longer, 10,000 years, you can live there. By the way, the Gajendra pastime happened in heavenly planets. That's why 1,000 years Gajendra was fighting. So, heavenly planet is all about enjoyment. Now, in that shloka, Krishna only asked, attain heavenly planets. Now here he is saying, go beyond these heavenly enjoyments. In one shloka he said, attain heavenly planets, but now here he is changing his word. That means he is gradually elevating Arjuna. In one step only, if Krishna asks Arjuna, forget about all these heavenly planets, everything, just do bhakti. Nobody will listen, right? Nobody will listen. So that's why Krishna is gradually elevating Arjuna. Now when he is elevating Arjuna means he is instructing all of us. He is instructing to all of us. So there are different levels of this yoga ladder, different steps on the yoga ladder, starting from Karma Kanda, Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and so on. That we can discuss next week. It's almost 7. I think the kids also finished their class. So basically in this shloka, that's what Krishna is saying, that O Arjuna, don't be attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, don't be attached to these three modes of material nature, and transcend above these three modes and strive for higher goals. Okay? So any quick question, comment, reflection, anybody?
real goal, because you mentioned like even if you achieve moksha, you might fall back to the earth.
Material world, yeah.
Material world, earth. We should try for reaching Vaikuntha to live with
God.
Krishna.
Yes.
We know. Also, we have heard stories like there were guards of Vishnuji, Jaya Vijaya, who were cursed and fallen back to the earth, material world.
Yeah.
At one side, you are saying like we should try for Vaikuntha, and also we have heard stories like they do deeds which make them fall back to the material world.
Yeah.
So these two things are conflicting, and how do we understand?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. So did everyone understand what he's asking? Yeah. So he's asking, when people on the earth, we are striving to go to Vaikuntha, and when Jaya Vijaya are coming down to earthly planet, how do we understand this? So Jaya Vijaya, they are eternal servants of Vishnu. They are the Dwarapalakas. There are two Dwarapalakas sitting on both sides of the Vaikuntha Dwara. So one day, when Vishnu was in his abode, and the four Kumaras, the sons of Brahma, four Kumaras, who are like very small, they are dwarfs and very small, they look like small boys, they never grow. They're always like that. So they come to Vaikuntha Dwara and they wanted to meet with Vishnu. And looking at these four Kumaras, who appear like small, babies and little boys, the Jaya Vijaya, they did not want to allow these four Kumaras to enter inside. They think that by mistake they have come here. They are lost. They got lost from their parents, and somehow they ended up here. So they don't want to. There is a reason why Jaya Vijaya are standing at the Dwara, right? To prevent anybody just randomly going into Vishnu's abode. So they stop the four Kumaras. But the four Kumaras, they are exalted devotees. There is a reason why they always look small. They don't want to grow. By their choice, they don't want to grow. Because their fear is that if they grow, then they have to get married. If they get married, then they are caught in this cycle. The family and life, the birth, death, old age, disease, all these problems. So they don't want to go through all these problems. They are smart. Even though they are very small, but they are very smart. Now when they were stopped by Jaya Vijaya, they got angry and they curse Jaya Vijaya. And then Vishnu comes out. Vishnu senses that something is going on, I should go and resolve. So he comes out and he comes to know whatever happened. And then Vishnu asks for an apology actually. Being the Supreme Lord, he asks the four Kumaras for apology. I mean, Vishnu pays an apology to four Kumaras, saying that a mistake has been happened by Jaya Vijaya, my servants. Please forgive them. Now, what is the remedy? The four Kumaras give two options. One is, they say that one option is, in option number one, Jaya Vijaya can take three lifetimes, 3 births as demons, and then go back to Vaikuntha. Second option is, they have to take 7 lifetimes as devotee. 7 births as devotee. And then after 7 lifetimes, they can go back to Vaikuntha. Now they are servants of Vishnu. They cannot imagine staying away from Vishnu. So they chose, between the two options, they chose the first option. Because three lifetimes only, after 3 lifetimes only, they can go back to Vaikuntha and be with the Lord. That's why they chose to become demons. So in the first life, Hiranyaksha, then Hiranyakashipu, and then Jaya Vijaya, together Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha in one life. Next Yuga, Treta Yuga, Ravana and Kumbhakarna. Third lifetime, Dwapara Yuga, Kamsa and Dantavakra. No, Shishupala and Dantavakra. Shishupala and Dantavakra. So after 3 lifetimes, Jaya Vijaya has taken these births, then they went back to Vaikuntha. Now this is all part of the Leela. If Jaya Vijaya did not do this, how can we get the glories of Narasimha Swami? If Jaya Vijaya did not do this, how can we read Ramayana? If Jaya Vijaya did not do this, how can we ever read Krishna Leela? So for us to get all these Leelas and different scriptures, Bhagavatam, Ramayana and so on, the Leela happened. It's all part of Vishnu Leela. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Anybody else? Anything? Okay. Yeah. See you next week. Yeah. All good?
I didn't follow. You mentioned that we should. There were 4 purposes: dharma, karma, atma, moksha, and there was something beyond moksha. I didn't follow what that was.
Beyond moksha is bhakti.
Okay.
Yeah. So moksha means to get liberated from this material world, to become free from the sufferings of material world. The sufferings in the material world are birth, death, old age and disease. So when you get liberated, when you get moksha, you will go and merge in Brahman. Brahman is a light. It's an effulgence coming from Krishna. That is one aspect of Bhagavan. But that is not complete and that is not the highest and the best. So beyond moksha, beyond Brahman is Paramatma and Bhagavan realization of God.
Okay.
Paramatma realization, you go to Vaikuntha.
Okay.
Bhagavan realization is you either go to Vaikuntha or if you are a devotee of Krishna, you go to Goloka Vrindavan, where you can play with Krishna, or you can be like one of the gopis of Krishna.
Okay.
You can have intimate relationship with Krishna, like Gopa boys, Madhumangala, Sudama. These Gopa boys, they used to crack jokes with Krishna. They used to play when Krishna appeared in Vrindavan. They never considered him like God. They always consider him like one among them, like their friend. So you can sit with God, you can eat with him, you can have fun with him. All those things are possible in Goloka Vrindavana. So depending on the mood of your worship and depending on your Ishtadevata, you go to different Vaikuntha planets. Or if one is a devotee of Lord Rama, they go to Ayodhya Loka. So these are all beyond moksha. Is all bhakti. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So thank you everyone for joining. Hare Krishna. We'll continue next week. Grantara Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.